What's happening? Today's discussion for you newbies out there that haven't been into the motorcycle culture that long. Perhaps you've thought about putting some patches on your jacket, your vest, or your cut. And that's fine, but there are some general rules of thumb that you need to know before you just start plastering anything onto your jacket. Now, you'll see here, this was my original vest. It doesn't fit me anymore at all. I've got a bunch of pins on here. This was, of course, my Harley Owners Group membership, which I'm still a member of. And every year they send you one of these pins, and these aren't all of them that I have. I'd have them all the way down to the bottom if I put every pin on there that I got. I've got a little POW pin, a Sturgis pin, a couple other odd things, a patch with some skulls on it there. On the back, POW patch, a Rolling Thunder patch, and another Rolling Thunder patch. And those were from a trip that I took to the Rolling Thunder event in DC. Now, like I said, that vest doesn't even fit me anymore, so I can't wear it. I never did take the pins off. The leather jacket that I wear now doesn't have any patches or pins on it. I don't know. You know, when I bought it brand new, I just didn't want to poke a bunch of holes in it with pins or sew patches on there that maybe later I wouldn't want. It is a nice jacket, and I didn't want to mess it up. That's the bottom line. But if you have a jacket and you want to get some patches on there, that's not a problem. You want to show the biker culture, your personality, who you are, what kind of things you like, kind of give an idea of even of what your attitude is in riding a motorcycle. So, but one thing to know right off the bat is you don't want to represent who you are not. And there's a lot of things out there that can do that. Any kind of a back patch that has a rocker and a bottom rocker, you'll probably want to stay away from those unless you are in an organized motorcycle club and they have awarded you with that rocker and under rocker. Those are things that some of the 1% motorcycle clubs take very seriously, and they don't take light to people posing or pretending to be something they're not. So it would be the same thing as wearing a police uniform or a military uniform if you're not in the military, if you're not a police officer. You don't wear that uniform. You don't wear that patch. So look at this dude. He's wearing the Sons of Anarchy back patch, the rocker, the whole thing. Basically, he's representing a TV show, but he's not in a club. I don't think he ever was. And he's wearing the rocker and the bottom rocker. So he's basically a poser, pretending that he's in a motorcycle club that isn't even real. Those kind of things can get you in trouble. Even though it's not representing an actual club, there are some club members, if you walked into the wrong place, that might make you take it off, or even worse, you could find yourself in a deep pile of trouble wearing stuff like that, representing that type of uniform. The other part of that that goes with that is the 1% diamond. A lot of guys will wear that. And basically what it's saying is that, you know, I'm a real hardcore badass. But there are clubs, you know, there are 1% clubs that wear those that represent their club. And depending on what color that diamond is, that can represent the club that you're in too. So if you're going to wear a 1% diamond, you may find yourself in a situation, you're putting yourself out there. Now, if you're that tough guy that thinks, I don't give a crap, anybody who wants to butt chest with me, I'll throw down. I don't care. Well, if that's your attitude, go ahead and wear that 1% diamond. But be prepared. If you run into the wrong person, you will have to throw down for it. Same thing like I said before, if you don't want to wear patches that represent anything you're not. You don't want to wear a military patch if you're not in the military. You don't want to wear anything that represents something you are not. Now, here's a back patch that you could wear that wouldn't be a problem at all. It's this American Eagle with the patriotic flags, and you can put that right in the back of your middle of your jacket, and it doesn't really represent a club or anything of the sort. So you'd be in pretty good shape to put that on there. You wouldn't find any trouble at all, I wouldn't think, wearing something like that. Some other patches that you may or may not be interested in, you may have seen them on other bikers. The Iron Cross, it goes way back. And it's actually an old German, Prussian patch, or a medal, the Iron Cross, that was awarded to the soldiers for honor, valor, or bravery, courage. So it basically means, the same thing. I'm courageous, it could have a number of meanings, but that one, it's relatively harmless if you want to go that route. Another one you can wear is a skull. The skulls do have meaning to some clubs. In some situations, it could mean death. It could mean that, they've killed somebody. They're representing a skull on their cut. But to the general public, it just kind of means, danger, I'm dangerous, a skull and crossbones. So those kind of things are relatively harmless to apply to your cut or your jacket. The number 13, what is that? Well, to me, 13's always meant bad luck. I don't know why that number means bad luck to me. So if you're going to wear the number 13, I guess it means that you're a bad seed, you're bad luck, you're trouble. And that could very well be the meaning of that. But it can be taken another way, too, because some clubs use it to represent the letter M, which stands for either marijuana or meth. There's some little code word patches that you may or may not know about. This one, Dillagaff. Do I look like I give a F? Foobar, obviously effed up beyond all reason. Yeah, for those who like to drink a lot, that might be the patch for you. Here's one you see a lot on more old school bikers, the memory patch. You may have a fallen brother, you may have lost in the line of service or in the line of duty. Maybe they died in a motorcycle accident. So you can get these in memory of patches that represent your friend, family, or loved one in memory of them. And there's nothing wrong with wearing that either. Of course, you can be very patriotic and display your flag. Nothing wrong with that. You can display your flag however you like. Some people will even wear it upside down if they're unpatriotic, but I wouldn't recommend doing that either. You could show your religion by putting a cross patch on or something of that nature. Some people really like to show that part of their personality, that they're religious or that they're Christian. And then, of course, the make and model of your motorcycle. If you want to wear a Harley Davidson patch, nothing wrong with that. Yamaha, Honda, they got them all out there, and they're all different shapes, styles, sizes, wings, and shields, and whatever you like. So they're small, they're huge. So take your pick, whatever fits you. Representing your type of motorcycle, that's not a problem either. Now, there are some real funny patches out there, and a lot of bikers will wear these on their cut. There's the more balls than brain. These kind of speak for themselves, and they're kind of comical. Some of them are pretty bold letter, and they're easy to see. These are my church clothes. Yeah, because the biker always wears the same clothes every day, day in and day out. The t-shirt, the jeans, the cut, whatever. Suffering from CRS. You all know what that one is. Can't remember shit. I got that one. I don't have the patch, but I have CRS. So my memory isn't what it once was. Write it like you stole it. There's another one that you may like. There's hundreds of these out there. Loud pipes save lives is another one. But here's the classic one right here that I found online that you can actually buy these on. You can go online and purchase them. You go to bike events and you can purchase these things. Vendor tents or vendor booths, they love to sell patches, and they've got some very interesting ones. Some of them will actually are pretty crass, pretty hardcore, pretty crass, pretty much out there, vulgar. I'm not into that. Maybe you are. If you want to represent yourself like that, that's your choice. That's your freedom of representation. And that's what the biker cut, what the biker patches are all about. But anyway, check this one out. Crisis Survivor 2020, the roll of toilet paper. That cracked me up. I had never seen that one before, but yeah, if you survived this crisis, I guess you deserve to wear that patch. Well, guys, that's the discussion for today. Leave a comment below. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, ride hard and die free.